My name is Stian Skjelstad, and I am the Technical Director of Barnfine Technologies. I am the lead designer of Barnstudio, the free software used to control all of our devices. And in this video, we will do a quick introduction using this software. Here at the left panel, we first have the auto discovery feature. Here we can select how or where we should search for our frames. And below here, we can see which devices Barnstudio has discovered in our network. And we can also select which device we want to configure. Here at the right panel, we have our take list. Here we can see what parameters we want to change, and we here can choose to cancel them or to take them. We can also do automatic change, which basically disable this feature. In the center panel, we can configure the device we have selected in our device list. The first tab here is the basic information. Here we can see the model and the serial number of the device we have selected. We can also give our device a name, a location, and we can also write in who is responsible for the device. The Barn1 frames also features a Find Me function. Here we can select for how many seconds our device should blink the logo on the front. This makes the device easier to discover in the rack if you have multiple frames available. The next tab is the Network tab. Here we can see the current IP address and routing table of our frame. Here we can also download, edit, and upload the configuration file. The next tab is the Matrix tab. Horizontally, we list all of our signal sources. And vertically, we list all of our signal destinations. When we hover over a crosspoint selection, we will get a highlight of which source and destination this crosspoint selects. We are using 3 different colors to show if we have a valid signal or not. Black indicates that the device does not know if we have a valid signal. Green shows that we have a valid signal, and red shows that the signal is missing. The Input tab, here we list all of our signal sources. You can easily change the label so you can remember what the port is used for. For the BNC ports, you can also change the direction individually for each port. You can also enable a signal analyzer for each signal input. You can easily identify if you have a valid SD, HD or a 3G SDI video. Next is the Output tab. Here we list all of the possible signal destination. Here we can also change the label so we can remember what each output is used for. You can also change the BNC direction from this view as well, individually for each port. On each port you can also configure a signal redundancy, so the frame can automatically change between valid input signals. Each output also features a reclocker. You can here see the status of each reclocker, and you can also configure it. The next tab is the SFPs. Here we list all of the SFP ports in the frame. In this list now we can see that we have inserted SFP modules, and we can see the model and the serial number of them. And for optical SFPs we can also see the wavelength of the transmitter. When we select an SFP, you can see the diagnostic of this specific SFP module. Different SFP modules will have different diagnostics available. And intelligent SFPs will have multiple options listed here, especially for SFP modules that do signal conversion. And we have 2 different tabs for doing the software upgrade. This is because the frame can be upgraded in 2 different methods. It can download the new firmware from internet, or we can push in an update using Barnstudio. And the last tab is the diagnostic. Here we have basic diagnostic from the frame. And typical example of this is fan speed and the input voltages of the power supplies. And here we can also then disable if a warning light should be omitted. For instance, if you only have one power supply inserted into the frame.